Hey guys, this is Michael from Nomadic Insights. So today we're going to be talking about banking for digital nomads and US expats. So one of the major problems people have when they move abroad is you're an American and you still need to, send money or receive money in the United States, and a lot of banks do not want to work with you unless you're a US resident, just because there's a lot of tax reporting requirements and you're a bit of a black sheep when it comes to banking. The best thing to do is to keep an address or a mailing address on file, maybe at your parents' or sibling's house, just so you can still maintain US financial accounts. Um, there are some other considerations as well, but in terms of banking, let's just take a look at a couple of the best resources in my experience. So, the bank I used while I lived in Spain for 3 years was Capital One. Capital One has no transaction fees on debit cards, which makes it extremely nice to have. It's a completely online account, so you're going to still get full functionality and it's pretty easy to use. Number two, if you're looking for something a little bit more advanced that has better retirement options and all those other things, would be Charles Schwab. Again, free account. You do need to invest a certain balance, but there aren't any other transaction fees. So it's pretty nice. If you intend to use debit card only, you may want to change between accounts, have one Capital One, have one Charles Schwab, and rotate your usage of the accounts on 3 month cycles with travel alerts, just things like that. So you, depending on where you're going, if you change your destination every 3 months, that way it's just easier with the bank. That way, all transactions throughout the course of the year aren't coming from Spain or from another country. They generally do not like that in some of the stories I've heard. Another bank that I have friends who have used it is Simple. Simple Bank has fairly nice budgeting and also very low fees, like no fees on foreign transactions and things like that. So that's pretty nice as well. Now, this is only really going to help you if you're working in US dollars most of the time. Now, for those of you who are mostly in Europe, who travel a lot, you're probably familiar with Transferwise, which is kind of the gold standard of fintech companies for sending and receiving money. It has much, much lower transaction costs than PayPal or other services. The big benefit that they released last year, and it's finally available in the US, is that you can actually have a semi functional debit account and receive money in the United States, Europe, and in other countries. So if you're traveling around, you switch countries a lot, and you just need a place to get paid, don't really need a US bank account, then this is going to be a pretty nice alternative for you to just use a TransferWise MasterCard. So those are, relatively speaking, your four banking options. So again, in the US, Capital One 360, Charles Schwab banking account. You will need a brokerage account to open a banking account with them. Simple Bank for convenience, or TransferWise. Generally would recommend staying away from large banks like Chase Manhattan or BOA or